Yeah.
You see what happens when you?
I hope I don't have macaroni.
Way to go.
Can we have your attention?
No. Shannon.
It's not as effective.
Hi everyone! Okay, so most of us have prepared speeches for you guys. So this is that. First up is Melanie.
Hi. So I got myself a little speech here.
Talk louder.
I have myself a little speech here. Okay, so Rory and Shannon, this is a little cheesy right here. It's okay. You two have been such an important part of all of our lives. You have left a lasting impression on all of us. So I have a little story. I like this story. So last year in Tahoe, you know how we all went to the movies, but us girls decided to go mini golfing instead. Well, so we all went. A bunch of us girls didn't want to see any of the movies, so we decided to go mini golfing at the little mini golf set in the middle of the movie plaza thing. And Rory sat on his phone while Shannon went around with us, protecting us from the little kids that were attacking us because we weren't going at the speed that they wanted. So that was really interesting. But that was actually really fun. But my favorite part of that day was when we all rode home in the car with Rory, and we all insisted on putting Danielle's iPod on and singing at the top of our lungs, and we were just singing as loud as we could, and Rory would just sit there and just let it happen. And then we would fight over what song would be next, and Rory would just roll his eyes and look at me because I was in the front, and he'd say like, "I'm crazy for letting you guys do this, right? I'm crazy." And I don't know, they mean so much to us, and you can tell they definitely care about us, and they've just done so much for us, and we're just super lucky to have them.
Amen. Hey guys. Alright. So, I've known you guys forever. That's obvious. Every time I had an issue, like you guys knew up.
Speak up.
All right.
Every time I had an issue you guys knew of, you were there for me. Even if it was at Tahoe, after I took my shoes off, I could get in the RV and then you would comfort me. And from when I was like 9 until 7th grade, Rory would always come up to me and be like, "So you in the youth group yet?" And I'd be like, "Well, no, Rory, I'm not." Not yet. I guess maybe he thought I skipped some grades or something really fast, but I guess that makes them smart. You've been running the youth group for so long. I remember when Peyton was about to come up, and then you guys were like, oh, he's that old? Or are we that old? Is that what's happening? And I'm sure that if we need to talk to you, you'll still be around. So it's not like you guys are gone. You'll still be here, just not doing the same stuff. And so this was our way to show you how much you guys mean to us.
I suck at speeches, so
I'll say.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I did not want to go in the youth group. I was nervous to enter the youth group, and frankly, I was kind of scared of you two. I don't know why. My first year entering the youth group was rough because I refused to open up. But once I did open up, I loved the youth group. I learned that Rory and Shannon aren't that scary after all. Being in the youth group is actually pretty cool. Being in the youth group has done so much for me. I've gained friendship, something I'm not very good at, and strengthened others. I spiritually grew and much more. I've learned that it takes a lot of effort, time, and patience to run a youth group. You guys do so much for us, and I'm so grateful to you. Thank you, Shannon, for doing so much for us for so little in return. And thanks, Rory, for teaching me that Lauren and Declan are good for one thing, getting us teens candy.
The first time that I think, formally met Rory and we became friends was when I was 3 or 4, I'm not really sure. And apparently I was having a bad night and I threw a little bit of a temper tantrum. And so then I decided to run down the aisle at church. And I was screaming and I was crying and my mom was embarrassed and I'm pretty sure my dad was asleep. I really didn't know what to do. But Rory apparently grabbed me and I stopped crying, surprisingly. And from that point on, we were buddies. And every single Sunday he would come and find me and ask me how my week was and how I was doing. And Rory and Shannon just mean so much to me. And over the years, they've both done so much for the youth group and always put us first. And to say thank you doesn't even begin to describe how grateful we are for you. Because honestly, I mean, I don't really see you guys as just Rory and Shannon. You guys are like second parents to me, and the youth group is like a family to me. And I don't know what we would have done without you. And we're all really, really big brats, so I don't know how you put up with us. But thank you for all that you do and for putting up with us because we love you.
Okay. What could I say? You two are the most kind, selfless people I've known. You guys always put your children first. I know that we can be little boogers and
True.
here all the time, but I like that you guys put up with us and appreciate it. I remember that because of your efforts, you've gotten me and other youth members to go to Tahoe, and it's opened us up more spiritually and personally, and we love you for that. Thank you.
Okay, when I first met Lauren and Shannon, I didn't even know they even went to this church. I was like, are they new? Like, I don't know who these people are. So I was kind of like shy, I was quiet, I really didn't have anything to say. And I was just like, nice. And then Rory just kept on talking to me, and I'm just like, I'm just asking so many questions. And then Shannon's just like, and then, well, they helped me a lot because I really don't get to go a lot of places. And they actually put in effort to take us everywhere and actually have to deal with all of us again. And it's funny when every time we go places, they always think we're their kids. It's like, whoa, you guys have that many kids? It was like, yeah, what's wrong with our kids? I really don't even know what to say, I'm sorry. And they're very good people. Yeah. And what else? I don't know what else to say. Rory, your tie looks nice. I hope you don't break more memories, but you know, you guys are leaving, so. Well, you guys aren't really leaving. You guys know what I mean.
They're fine.
We have something prepared for you, but it's not time yet.
They're lighting up. Shut up.
Alright, so I could go on for hours talking about you two, but yeah, good and bad. But we're not gonna go there. Yeah, we're not talking about the good tonight. No, love being with them because it's very encouraging and uplifting. But when me and my family, when we left here, you know, I found myself missing that from here. I realized that, you know, it was the same thing, just better. And came to realize that this was my family. This was this was all I needed. And I don't know. I've always seen it as the mother being the nurturer, the father being the teacher, and that's Rory and Shannon. Honestly, there was a year in Tahoe when I was distraught over a current event. Shannon found out and she took me aside, and she was the one who told me the story about the stars, about how the whole sky is black construction paper with holes punched in it, and those are the lights that heaven's shining through. And all of a sudden, I found myself turning to that. Even still, I turned to that for comfort. You know, it just stuck with me. And then Rory being the teacher of all of us, and not only that, but the guys in particular teaching us how to, well, yeah, Mikey is a big part of that too. Mostly by dictatorship, but those markers he throws, they get serious. But Rory just teaching us how to not be afraid to get up and speak the truth. Getting our noses, you know, into the Word, studying, getting us to do sermons and stuff, the Big Bear trips that we take. I never realized how much I could find out of the Book of Ruth until you and I had that study, but I'm thankful for that, because that alone, on top of everything else, has taught me a lot. And I have people, you know, that I have to thank for me being the person that I am today, and Rory and Shannon are definitely two of those people. So, love you guys. Thank you.